Greetings everyone. On this session of Polymopicus Ponders, we'll discuss the marriage and residence history for Lynette, Michelle, Lacey, Alexis, Preston. All information is based on public records, genealogy sources, interviews, and other publicly accessible information. The key receipts are shown on the individual slides. Lynette was born Lynette Michelle Barber, August 1962, to John Barber and Marcia Steiner in Los Angeles, California. Marcia was 17 years old at the time of marriage on January 6, 1962, which was 8 months before Lynette was born. The May 27, 1971 Minneapolis Star reported that divorce was granted, and the record indicates the divorce was final on May 24, 1971. Husband number 1 was Gordon Allen Preston. They were married in Hennepin, Minnesota on August 24, 1979. Lynette was 17 years old according to the records. Based on the date of birth of first daughter Michelle Lynette Preston on February 18, 1980, Lynette was just shy of 3 months pregnant at the time of the wedding, or the birth of Michelle Lynette Preston was premature. Divorce was final 8/21/1984. And it was noted she retained the Preston name. Husband number 2, Thomas Lee Wilson, married in 1985 or 86 based on family member interviews. Divorce was final 11/22/1995. There was a specific note in the divorce record indicating that Lynette Michelle Wilson will now be known as Lacey Alexis Wilson. Appeals lasted through 6/16/1998. And starting in May 1996, guardianship was apparently being sought of Tom's kids based upon cases in the legal record. Husband number 3, William Thomas Bennett, married in 1996 based on family member source in Warren County, Iowa. Divorce was final 7/30/2001. The specific note here is that there's a record showing that child support is redirected to Lynette instead of the mother of the kids, who was Catherine Bennett, since the kids were apparently still residing with Lynette. Legal name after this divorce was Lynette Bennett, based upon that name being used for marriage license of the next marriage. Husband number 4, Ronald Ray Griffey III. They were married in Iowa in January 2002. License issued about December 13, 2001. Ron Griffey was incarcerated with a long sentence for second-degree murder after a guilty verdict in 1988. Divorce was filed 11/7/2006 and was final on 4/9/2007. Ron was on work release from 6/12/2003 till 10/16/2003 and then parole until 7/10/2009. Helpy's legal name after divorce was Lynette Michelle Lacey Alexis Barber. Husband number 5, David George Corrados. They were married in Iowa in late 2010 or early 2011 based on common residence and deed transfers involving Lynette's married name, Lynette Corrados, and they were divorced on 6/12/2013. Husband number 6, John Michael Cook. They weren't married until February 3, 2018. However, as you'll see in the record here, Lynette and John were residing commonly from 2012 onward. Their divorce was final January 22, 2019, and the legal name after divorce was noted as Lynette Michelle Lacey Alexis Preston. The communities that they were commonly together on are shown in the data below, along with other facts for consideration.
If you like this content, then kindly hit like, subscribe, and share. Caesar commands it.